close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. How you all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. For those of you who are Christian, hey, happy Good Friday. It's Easter weekend, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy yourselves in your celebration. This is not a religious talk, per se, okay? It's not. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm not trying to get people to go to church. I'm not. I'm just talking about how, you know, how I'm getting through this week, okay? Because it's very, very, very hard when you're down to church every night, and you've got things you got to do down there, and things you got to do during the day, and how I'm getting through it, So Wednesday night, I had to go down to my parish and set up for what is known as adoration. So I brought my oldest son and my youngest son. They did all the heavy work. I showed them where to put stuff, got stuff out that we needed, moved chairs, whatever. But they did most of the heavy stuff because, let's face it, bending over, picking stuff up with Meniere's disease, not a good idea. So I got them to do that. And then last night, I had to serve Mass. Not serve Mass, I was what's known as the thurifer. It's a person who uses holds the incense and all that stuff. Well, with Meniere's disease, that smoke from the incense comes up and it can build fluid to the point where last night my ears were full. They were roaring. Somebody in the choir had decided that they wanted to show off and hit a God only note that I've never heard before, and my eyes went, and the priest looked at me as to say, "Uh-oh, Dave's not good." But I seem to be okay. I seem to handle it all right. I hope she doesn't do that again this week, or might not be able to do anything. But the smoke, for now 2 hours, just that smoke getting in you, ugh. So yeah, that bothered me last night. But came home. I took a Benadryl. Actually, no, I didn't take a Benadryl. I took Mucinex. It seemed to help a lot. And I feel okay today. Throat's a little dry because of the smoke. But I feel okay. But now, tonight, I have to go down and serve as a book bearer. Which is fine. There's no incense. There's very little music. Because on Good Friday, it's supposed to be quiet. Nothing going on at the church. Basically, no mass, nothing. So, I will just be, holding a book. That's it. Done for tonight. Now, I will take a nap this afternoon like I did yesterday. After lunch, I will take a nap. So, that way, 2-3 hour nap, and I'm ready to have a cup of coffee when I wake up, and I'm ready to go. So, then we got to go down tomorrow morning. Me and my two sons, put everything back where it was. And then tomorrow night, all I really have to do is ring bells and turn the lights on. And that's it. Because it starts out as a candle lit service. And then in the middle of it, the priest will say, "Now let's give our glory to God." They start singing, "What is the glory?" I turn the lights on, ring the bell. And that's it. Well, no, I'm doing percussion too with the choir, but that's nothing. That's just a tambourine and some bells on one of the songs. So I've been learning some percussion over the last year. I can hear that stuff. I can't hear everything. Like one of the songs, I can't hear the piano, but luckily I know it, so I kind of know when things are coming up. But then, I will take my 2-3 hour nap because tomorrow night's a long mass, and it is going to be, it's going to be a track record. Because then I got to get up in the morning, and I got to be back down there at 8 o'clock in the morning to set up for a live stream. for Easter. So on Easter Day, I will probably be sleeping in my chair all day. But the thing is why I'm doing this, and I know it's not a religious talk, but the reason why I'm telling you how I'm doing this is to maybe get you some people to actually get out and do things if they can, if they feel good. Now, if I don't feel good later today, something happens. My son John can cover for me. He knows exactly what to do. So I got a backup. And that's the other thing I've always talked about is have a backup plan. So I do have a backup plan. Um, and tomorrow night, if I can't make it tomorrow night, somebody else can go turn the lights on and ring a bell. I mean, it's not that hard. Um, so, I mean, I've got backup plans here and there. So if something like that happens, and I bring a rescue bed in case something happens, like I bring a meclizine. I won't bring a Valium because one, I really use Valium as a last resort. I don't pop them. I'll take a meclizine because it'll make me tired but not knock me out. So I will take a meclizine if I get really bad. Drinking plenty of water, fluid. Actually, this is a vitamin B mix drink, which is actually pretty good. It's been helping me a lot. So I think that's what's getting me through everything. But the thing is that you can't sit around the house all day. You can't sit on your computer all day. You can't sit on your phone going like this all day. Looking at support groups where people are basically telling horror stories. You know, they're complaining. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, how you feel. I feel rotten. I feel this. I can't take it anymore. And then you get encouragement and you get up and you go. So the thing is that when you're doing things, it kind of takes your mind off of Meniere's. Okay? Even though I'm talking about Meniere's right now, I'm not really feeling it because I'm doing something. Last night at church, even with all that smoke coming up in my face from the incense, I wasn't feeling Meniere's because I was in the process of doing something. I had my mind set on doing something else, not worrying about what could happen. And even when that woman hit the high note that drove me insane. Yeah, it did drive me insane, but I was still able to continue because I was focused on doing something and not just focusing on myself. And a lot of us seem to focus too much on ourselves and not on other things that they could be doing. Like, and not just what I'm doing, but maybe volunteering at a hospital, helping out with a family friend. You know, if you can't drive, you get a ride type of thing. You know, that's what I used to do before the doctor gave me the okay to drive again. I would get rides. You know, if I wanted to go to the beach, do a photo, take pictures of the beach, I would call a friend of mine and she would pick me up and we would go to the beach. Okay? If I wanted to go to Quabbin Reservoir, take pictures, I would call the same friend of mine and say, hey, I want to go take pictures. Are you busy? And she would say no, and I would buy her lunch, and she would drive me out to the Wachusett Reservoir, and we would have a grand old time. And she's a friend, you know, and my wife knows her, and we've been friends since we were little kids, so there's nothing there. But that was the thing. You got to find a way to do things, and a way to keep your mind occupied, because if you don't, the only thing you're going to think of is doom and gloom and how bad everything is. So, on that note, hey, for those of you who do celebrate Easter, happy Easter. You know, hope the Easter Bunny's good to all of you. And like I said, this is not a religious talk or to convert anybody. Just telling you what I'm doing to stay prepared and to keep going over the next couple of days. Because the next 2 days after today are going to be really tiring days. And on that note, hey, better days are coming, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.